All right, we good? Good to start? All right, I'll start. Today, I want to talk about if I were given 200 ringgits, what are some important things that I can buy, right? My point is, I will buy clothes because I'm a person that like to spend money on my clothes. Because I'm the person that take care of my outfits, my personality, my when I go out, I want to look amazing and people will amaze on me. So 200 ringgit is for me is kind of affordable and high value. Not too high, but yeah, we can buy lots of team, a lot of a, a, a lot of thing to buy clothes. Okay, as example, we can buy. For me, I like to buy in the outlets such as Padini, Uniqlo, brand outlets, or Santa Barbara outlets, and so on. So on. But during the pandemic, as we cannot go outside and buy those things by ourselves, I'll just prefer to buy in Shopee or Lazada or even the outlets. I mean their own website. So we can choose, we can buy, we can. There's a lot of variety to be browsing in, browsing on. But the feel won't be same. And also, but another point is we can also take the notes on where the sales are coming. So somehow you can only get 3 or 4 items with 200s, but as a somehow we can get more than just a shirt. Maybe we can get trousers if you good in searching and browsing the items to buy. Yeah, so in conclusion, 200 ringgits will give us a well or good looking outfit for either in our daily life or formal situation or even a dine-in situation. So spend the money well. I will spend the money well to buy clothes. Thank you.
A very good morning to the examiner and my fellow candidate. And today I would like to talk. If I have given 200 ringgit, I will buy what? So I will talk about buying food. So first, what I will gonna do to with that money is first I will fulfill my food list. Because in my life I will always do the food list that I craving or that I interested. For example, like coffee Starbucks. Yeah, I love coffee. So with that money, I want to try the coffee Starbucks. Is it the same with the coffee that I drink at the house at the home? So first and second, I will I'm really love to try the food at the grand restaurant. For example, like when we watch English movie, for example, and we can see that at the grand restaurant they always serve the plate or serve the food that containing a little bit food. You know, at the on the plate they have the foods and the beautiful um what we call that um a beautiful something that to decorate the food. So I really want to taste it. Is it good or bad? And the last one, I will buy ingredient for cooking because I will buy some vegetables and food so that I can cook with myself. So because as a students we need energy and we need to take care of our food taking because we need the energy to fulfill the task in a day in our life. So in conclusion, if I have or given 200 ringgits, I will not waste it on the insufficient things. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. I bid to the examiners and fellow candidates. If I were given 200 ringgit, I would definitely buy data, buying internet plan. I'm sorry, because we as a students we have to stay at home due to the pandemic of COVID-19, and we have to study and learn at home. So it is necessary for us to have a good internet connection at our home. So many internet plans were made by the telecom companies such as Maxis, Celcom, Yes4G, Digi, and others. From this telecom company, I can buy internet plans from 1 ringgit until 100 ringgit that represent or give the amount of megabyte and gigabyte for us to use. For instance, I use Maxis data plan. I use Maxis data plan that I can use for 20 gigabyte that I can get each for each month. So I also use Yes4G in data plan. But I also use Yes4G data plans. The amount of gigabyte that I can use is 40 gigabyte. So if I have these data plans, I can stay connected to the teachers by using meeting applications such as Google Meet, Zoom, iTeams, and others. At once, I can watch video at YouTube to study. So, other than that, I also can easily to search the notes online by using search engines, and also I can do my work online. In conclusion, it is important for me to use this money to buy data plans, because it can give me advantages, especially during this pandemic, because all things that we have to do during this pandemic is using internet connection. Thank you. Part 2. Assalamualaikum. For part 2, we are going to discuss about how we can be a good and smart consumer. There are many ways that we can do to be a smart consumer. So one of it is by making shopping lists. As we know, we usually don't practice making shopping lists in our daily life when we want to buy groceries and basic needs at the supermarket. As the result, we always use more than our budget to pay the things that we buy. For instance, so to stay in our budget, we can list all the things that we want to buy at the paper or in our phone, such as wet ingredients, vegetables, food, snacks, and others, with the amount that we want and the amount of each things that we want to buy. So we can know the amount of money that we want to use to pay the things. Other than that, it is better to buy necessary things that we want to use in daily life, rather than the things that we wanted, such as cosmetics, skincare, shirts, and others. In conclusion, we can save our money by making shopping lists based on our budget as the way to be a smart consumer. So, do you guys agree with my point?
Thank
I
you,
agree
candidate.
with you, candidate. I agree with you, candidate C, about the point. Make a shopping list, because one of benefits that having a shopping list is to avoid overspending budget, and it also can be our budget planner to help us manage our finances. I why I said this, because having a shopping list can let us manage or prioritize our spending on what we really need at the moment. For example, like if we have the shopping list, we will set at our mind that we really just need flour and egg, for example. So we just go to the supermarket and go to the shelf, grab the egg and flour and pay at the counter. So if we do that, if we have the shopping list, we can manage our time and also our budget, so that we didn't buy anything else that we did not need yet at that moment. So how about you, candidate A?
Alright, thank you for your opinion in making shopping list. But for me, I think that rather than making shopping lists, we need to be a smart consumer. We also need to compare the prices. I mean, yeah, why won't you buy something more expensive, even though it's 20 cents, even it is a small value of money, but why you have to pay more for the same thing as you can get the cheaper and also affordable for you. So, as an example, if you go to store A from in making and finding your groceries, you need to spend about 110 ringgit. But if you go to the store B, the total of your spending that day will cost you only 90 ringgit. So yeah, you see the difference there. Why don't you go to the store B rather than store A? So for me, to become a smart consumer, we need to compare the prices in order to making the shopping list. And we need to compare the prices so that we don't have to pay more for the things that we can for the things that we want to buy. What about you, candidate A, candidate C? Do you have any points? S?
I agree with your point about comparing prices, but reading the labels of the items that we want to buy is also important before we choose and pay them. Some of the things that we want that can something of the things that at supermarket has reached their expired dates. So it can be dangerous and can harm for us to use and consume it. To prevent this from happen, we have to read the label first, especially the expired date, so that we can choose the items that has late expired date. We also have to read the label of the ingredients of the food that we want to buy. Some of the food, especially frozen foods, snacks, contain many chemical substances to produce the food. To be a healthy consumer, to be a healthy and smart consumer, we can read the label of the food that contains the ingredients that will not affect our health, so that we can protect ourselves from dangerous chemical substance. Other than that, most of cosmetics and skincare can badly affect our self if we don't use it correctly. So we have to read the label first before using it, because usually it states that the way that can we do to overcome or heal the effect on us. For example, if the skincare that we use get into our eyes, we have to rinse our eyes immediately, or we can see the doctor to help that, so the doctor can help to recover it. Do you agree with me, candidate B?
I agree with you guys about your point, which is compare price and read labels. So for sir for reading labels, they help us to make informed decision toward choosing food and nutrients and health. For the person that always take care of themselves, they will check the label first about the nutrients and about the fat maybe or cholesterol. So and also knowing how to read labels also ensure that we can get more value of our money and protect us from incorrect claims and product packs and will get disease so easily. So it's important to us to read labels. Okay. Next for the point that compare prices, I think it is very important um, to us to compare price because before making a purchase, it can help us to consumer to find a great deals on the same item or find similar item at the discount prices. For example, like shopping online. So shopping online, we know that it's convenient and they offer a wide selection and opportunity to get the same product but different prices. So because at the shopping online we can get the an offer and we can get the online saving code and anything. So that's why I think that's all is true. So I want to add my point about how to be a smart consumer is by during sales. I said this because during this time we can get a great time to buy gift to the persons that we love the most. So because in the sale season it's the best time to buy gifts to the near and dear ones because at this time we can find the unique gift to give to the persons, and then also we can get a designer clothes as at affordable prices. We can get the branded items and add it into our collection wardrobe. Okay. How about you guys? How about candidate A? About my opinion?
Yeah, okay. I do agree in the with the point by doing sales because like you said before, why do uh we have to spend and this is the time when there's sales we can buy uh branded clothes, branded things with affordable prices. Yeah, it's true. As example, and yeah, I mean, why you have to buy the things pricey, right? If as example, the thing is cost you 300s, but when it comes to the day of the sales or the clearance stocks time, so the price will be drowning into maybe you can get that 300s. So you can save another 200s of your money to buy anything else or to pay anything else that is important. Any other thing. Also, by doing sales, offers us a variety of choices nowadays, like Shopee, Lazada, online shopping, I mean, or Alibaba Group, Amazon, and whatever and so on and that. Alright. The function work is you can add to chart, you can survey early the things or the whatever you want to buy. And you add to the charts when it comes to the sales during the sales day like 9/9, 11/11, 10/10s and that usually this online store making the sales. So we can check out our buying chart lately. So I think that uh by during sales is one of the important thing to be a smart consumer.
I'm sorry, but I don't really agree with your point about buying during sales because it usually happen on big day like celebration day, for instance, Hari Raya Aidilfitri, Chinese Chinese New Year and Deepavali. We we also have to wait until the day that make we also have to wait until the day that some shops will make a sales by giving discount for their items. If we only depends on it, of course many people will also want to buy them, and the items will be sold out quickly. As the result, some people may not be able to get the things on which on the day that the shop makes sales. So, do you have any point that you want to add?
All right. I think that I want to add one thing last. I think that all right. We talk about spending money. There, spending money on sales, compare the prices, read the labels, and everything, other things, shopping list, and so on. But as a consumer, or as a human, as a consumer, I mean, we need to know the consumer rights so that any violation or any subsequent any crimes won't be on us. As example, somehow the seller or the stores just want to make money small. So there's a lot of way they can make money by violating us, by violating the consumer, and so on. So somehow these the rights of consumer are not very well known. Okay, so people just want to I don't care, I want to buy this, but they don't know about the rights. So rather than to avoid we as a consumer being scammed or being violated, I need to I need we in my opinion we need to know the consumer rights as well to be a smart consumer.
In conclusion, we all agree that the way that can we do to be a smart consumer is by making shopping lists. Are you guys agree with me?
I think that's I agree with you.
How about you, candidate B? Do you agree?
I agree with that point.
Okay. So that's all for our discussion about how to be a good consumer in part 2. Thank you.